Peace and blessings, everybody. Got myself on a little head wrap today. Anyway, I wanted to just come in for a few minutes before my day gets started. I'm starting to see clients. Today is the day that Saturn rules, and Saturn is at the 22nd degree of Aquarius, which is the degree of dreaming. Saturn is Saturn is about restrictions and structure and focus and discipline. And so when we have a Saturn in Aquarius day, Saturn is also the historic ruler of Aquarius. And so Aquarius is the mind of God. And this is really asking you to focus on the things that are coming through you right now that are divine direction. You know, we are, like I've been saying, we're shifting reality. So you are experiencing new things. You are feeling called to something new. You are, things that you have been doing are becoming outdated. Not desirable any longer. And so what you have the opportunity to do is really give your time, attention, and energy towards the new things that are coming through you. And what this looks like for me is, I have had to really cut back the the people that I've been spending time with, because the people that you spend time with, you're doing the same thing with them generally. There's this Bible scripture that says that Jesus had to leave the place where he grew up in order to become enlightened, in order to, because you create boundaries with others, you create agreements, and you sort of agree to be you agree to behave a certain way. Like you hear friends say sometimes it's like they change so much, right? Yeah, you're supposed to fucking change. You are. And so it's hard to change when you're in certain relationships with people. Let me see. I hope you guys can hear me. Hold on one second. If you can hear me, let me know. So what I'm saying, that with Saturn and Aquarius, it's time for you to really take on new things. And one of the things you might have to do is let people who are currently in your life create space, not because anybody's bad, but because in order for us to grow, we have to be willing to let go of the old things. And so we don't have to make anybody an enemy. Nobody has to be bad about it. It really is just, this is the time. And you have to be able to be at odds with the reality that is. You have to deeply believe more in what's going on inside of you than what is going on externally. And sometimes that's not the easiest thing to do with people that you have history with, that know the things you've done. Like you've got to get to a clean slate is what I'm trying to say. So in order for you to get to a clean slate, you have to spend time with new people, doing new things. It don't have to be people necessarily, but you have to be doing new things. You have to put yourself in spaces that are foreign and alien to you. This hair wrap does not look great, but anyway, it's okay. It's doing its purpose. So you have to put yourself in spaces with people who are foreign and alien to you, so that you can, open up new portals and learn new things and get new ideas. That changes your reality. That shifts your energy. And the more you're capable and willing and able to do that, the more you can, you'll expand, because this Aries new moon is asking us to come into our true identity. Whew, you guys, I'm telling you, literally, right? So there's who we were told we were. We grew up in families and cultures. So we grew up in an environment that was a false, made-up culture. A fucking false, made-up culture that literally is an illusion, right? So we believe that we have a doctor, you're a mother, you're this. That is not who you are. That is not your true identity. That is a role you play. That is a role, a character. Who you are is something far vaster and more expansive than any of those roles. But you have to access that. You have to get to the understanding and the knowing of it, right? So you have to ask, who am I? Who am I? Really, like I just ask the question, and then I watch new realities show up. because it's not an intellectual thing. This is not something that your ego can't get you there, right? So like an infant baby, they do not have an ego in place. They are completely malleable. The environment that they are born into, that's just where they are. And whatever's going on there is what they are subject to, right? And so this is the energy that you need to get yourself into, like really being malleable so that you can invite in a new reality. Who am I in a soft way? Like, especially, if you're wanting to change your job or change relationships or change anything about your life, the way you want to access that is through an internal query of who am I? What would I feel most happy doing? What best serves me? Who are the people that most resonate with who I am and the work that I'm here to do on the planet? What would make me happiest in my life and make me feel most secure? And the reason you ask is because that creates a connection to your higher self. And that will help you get yourself there. It's really about understanding that we live in a reality where there are multiple dimensions and nothing is new under the sun, right? So when we desire to experience something, we have to call it in from within ourselves, because everything comes from within. Nothing is external. Nothing. So when we go out looking for things, we're never going to find it that way. The things that we find that way won't bring us the fulfillment and the happiness that we desire. That's why people get married and all that sort of stuff and then find themselves miserable, because they went through external means and not through an internal portal of what's really aligned to them. So these are the questions that you want to ask. Saturn at the 22nd degree of Aquarius is the degree of dreams, right? So what are your dreams? What are you wanting? What are you calling forth? What would make you most happy? What would light you up? What would give you most peace? Like, those are literally, and another reason that I ask is because I've realized over living the amount of time that I've lived that I think something is going to make me happy and then it doesn't. So sometimes I really don't know what I want. I think I want something based on the past or what somebody else has or what the culture says or what I've seen. But our unique blueprint, you can't compare it to anybody else, right? So you might think you want this because it's going to make you, but you don't know that, right? I remember when I really wanted to have a TV show and I finally got a show, and when I was in it, I was like, oh, this isn't it. This is not it. I actually really need something more. And so that's why I asked, what would make me happy, from the perspective of curiosity and understanding that I don't always know the answer, but the universe does. My higher self does. So then it will bring me the things, the people, the experiences that really do align to me. And so you have to get out, you have to be innocent, you have to be pure and curious. You have to really, that's what Aries is. For Aries energy, you cannot come in this motherfucker like you know anything. It literally is the infant of the zodiac that just gets carried to the place that it's going, right? Like a baby. When a baby comes home, baby can't say, I want to go to the store. No, the baby goes wherever people take it. And so if you can access that level of surrender within you, then the tide that's coming right now is so good, you guys. I'm telling you, but you have to let go. You have to let go and trust God inside of you. You have to let go and trust that you're safe. You have to build your faith. You have to really be willing to take a risk. You have to have courage. This is what's being called for right now at this time. Okay, you guys, peace and blessings. I have a client. I need to go, but I love you guys so much. And go and join the Follow the Sun link, because that is where my private group is. And I'm not really sure. Like, I have interesting things happening. So I'm here on YouTube right now because my Instagram account got deactivated in a little bit of a way. So that is what it is. But I have a private community. So whatever, you guys can always find me if you go to Follow the Sun at Mighty Networks. Okay, peace and blessings. Bye-bye.